Hello dear friends, I welcome you to this video in which I am going to share 3 lessons of the Bhagawad Gita for our daily life. The Bhagawad Gita was composed thousands of years ago. However, it continues to strike a chord in our heart only because of its universal and timeless appeal. The Gita can be rightly termed as a user's manual to life because we can find the solution to almost all the problems in our life only if we learn to understand the true meaning of the messages Krishna conveys and then learn to apply those messages in our daily life. So now I'll straight away move on to the 3 teachings or the 3 lessons of the Bhagavad Gita that we can apply in our daily life. Here we go. Number 1. The wise man lets go of all results, whether good or bad, and is focused on the action alone. Since my childhood, I always had a great reservation with this particular statement of Krishna. And rather, it is not I alone, but I have heard too many people having the same issue that how can I not expect any return if I'm investing on something? If I'm investing my time, energy and money on a work, won't I feel bad if I receive nothing in return? Suppose I am working really hard to establish my business. And it is very much human and natural that I am working hard only because I am expecting a great result to manifest. Then how can I let go of all results just like that? However, it was much later I began to understand this lesson only when I focused on the second part of the statement. Focused on the action alone. I'll give you an example first. Suppose you are cooking a meal for your family. Exactly while you are cooking, you are constantly thinking, will it taste good? Shall I be able to make it tasty? Will my family members like my cooking at all? What if they don't like this dish I am trying for the first time? I've already worked so hard. What if they criticize the dish? So now, your total focus and attention is not on the procedure of the cooking, but almost 40 to 50% of your focus has shifted to your anxiety about what will be the outcome of your cooking. Now it's simple logic. If I'm performing a task while constantly worrying about its outcome at the back of my mind, do you think I will be able to deliver a very satisfactory product? Even if I can, there is a higher possibility that the quality of the result will drop only because my entire focus and attention was not on my performance. Krishna further says in the Gita, the meaning of karma is in the intention. The intention behind action is what matters. Those who are motivated only by desire for fruits of action are miserable, for they are constantly anxious about the results of what they do. Now apply this example on every other aspect of your life, whether it's your work or relationship. Suppose you are fixing a screw and you are thinking, what if it turns loose again? You are painting a portrait and the radio is on at the back of your mind. What if no one is willing to buy my painting? You are in the arms of the person you love the most and you are wondering, what if she leaves me tomorrow? You are not only committing an injustice to the action itself, but also losing the joy of the present moment. The present moment is all that there is. when we have all the power to make something happen, but half of your mind is stuck in the anxiety of the future. When you perform any action with half of your mind, that action can never bloom to its fullest potential. Another important aspect is we must remember thoughts are energy and they have a lot of power. While performing a task, if you are constantly injecting thoughts of doubt and anxiety into the task itself by worrying about its outcome, the chances of your worries manifesting in reality increases. So when Krishna says, focus on the action alone, the crucial message is to focus on the present moment and perform your work or duty mindfully with your conscious awareness. When you put your heart and soul into your performance, the activity itself satisfies you to the core, and the anxiety about the future or the outcome naturally disappears. If the worry still remains, then guide your mind to surrender. Nothing can free us more from our misery and anxiety than the spirit of surrender. Let go of all the results, good or bad. Come what may. You can really be wise enough if you can say to yourself, I am doing my work mindfully. I am giving my best shot. So now I surrender. I let life or the universe decide my fate. As for now, I am at peace with myself in the present moment. Number 2. Causes and results, including emotional opposites, are things that come and go. This knowledge helps you to endure them all. Nothing in this universe happens without a reason. Each and every phenomena of our lives are bound by the law of cause and effect. If we live our lives mindfully and consciously, we'll find that all that had happened so far in our lives had a lesson to teach us and had a direct influence on the future events of our lives. The cause leads to the effect, and that same effect can once again turn into a cause of another future effect. The process goes on and on, all interconnected and chained together in a series. When it comes to human emotions, we'll observe that our emotions are pretty volatile and fluctuating. We all do have certain friends and relations in our lives for whom our feelings and emotions have kept changing from time to time. At times there was so much of intimacy, and at another phase of life, the intimacy along with the emotions might have faded away. So causes and effects, emotional opposites, all come and go like waves of the sea, right? So we need to remind ourselves of this knowledge that the fundamental phenomena of our lives are balanced on opposites. Stressful times can lead to periods of tranquility and peace. Phases of emotional enthusiasm can be followed by phases of depressing tendencies. All we need to do is not to take any particular phase for granted, expecting or dreading that it will last forever. Nothing is permanent. Every aspect of our life is temporary. So when you are blessed with a prosperous period of life, do have fun, but try not to lose your head or cling to the comforts so much that you cannot do without them. The same perspective applies to the challenging or difficult phases of our life when we are not to assume that it will remain the same, because this too shall pass. When you live your life mindfully with this knowledge, you develop a better understanding of the various events happening in your life, and that deeper understanding helps you to sail through the summer and winter of your life with lesser stress and more mental balance. When you accept the pains and losses of your life, considering them to be fundamentally inevitable as well as transitory, that acceptance releases you from your misery and frustration. Number 3. The mind is restless and difficult to restrain, but it is subdued by practice. Now, this lesson of Krishna can work wonders to bring balance to our restless monkey mind. Those who feel anxious about their restless chattering mind, they should feel relieved with the fact that thousands of years ago when Krishna lived, then too people had restless minds. So we should not just simply blame ourselves or the times we live in. The essential nature of the mind is restless, no matter to which time a person belongs. We cannot restrain or control the mind directly. But the wonderful solution Krishna suggests is practice. Now the word practice has two implications. Number 1, you can directly practice to train your mind with the help of breathing and meditation. That will definitely calm down your mind if practiced consistently. Or number 2, you can involve yourself in a practice like a hobby or a work that you feel you can do with your focus and attention. There are so many of us who simply cannot just settle down peacefully and meditate. So for them, it is best to indulge in a work or hobby every day when the mind can remain fully occupied in the activity. Restless minds should not be left idle for too long, as it can aggravate the mental chatter. A routine activity will even out the erratic thoughts shooting here and there. It will center and discipline the mind to a great extent. So, any kind of consistent practice is a great solution to settle down our restless mind. I hope you found this discussion insightful. I'll be back with more interesting topics very soon. Dear friends, take good care of your body and take very good care of your mind. Have a beautiful day.